I stood there, in my cap and gown, feeling the weight of 4 years on my shoulders. I thought Chloe was my best friend, the sister I never had. But as the names were called, I realized she hadn't just shared my room, she had stolen my future. And today, everyone was going to see the truth. We met during freshman orientation, two girls from different worlds, sharing a tiny dorm room in the heart of the city. Chloe was bright, bubbly, the kind of girl who lit up a room just by walking into it. I was the quiet one, the scholarship student who spent every night in the library, working toward a degree that was supposed to save my family from debt. For 3 years, we were inseparable. We shared clothes, secrets, and late-night coffee runs. I trusted her with everything. I even trusted her with my final thesis, the project that was the culmination of my entire academic life. It was a research paper on sustainable urban planning, something I had been building since my first semester. But during our senior year, the red flags started appearing. They were small at first, easy to ignore if you love someone like a sister. Chloe started acting distant. I'd catch her closing her laptop quickly when I walked in, or whispering on the phone in the hallway. When I asked her how her own capstone project was going, she'd just wave it off and say, "Oh, just trying to survive, Maya." I noticed my files were being moved, small edits I didn't remember making. I thought I was just tired, overworked. One night, I woke up at 3 a.m. and saw the glow of her screen. She was looking at my cloud storage. When she saw me, she laughed it off. "Just looking for that photo of us from Halloween, babe. Go back to sleep." I wanted to believe her. I really did. But the feeling in my gut, that cold, heavy knot, wouldn't go away. A week before graduation, I received an email from the dean's office. My scholarship, my honors status, everything was under review due to a plagiarism claim. My heart stopped. Someone had submitted my exact research, word for word, 3 days before I did. I went to Chloe, crying, looking for comfort. She held me, she told me it would be okay. She looked me in the eyes and told me she'd help me find out who did this. That was the moment I saw the flicker in her eyes. It wasn't pity. It was satisfaction. The breakdown was total. I spent 48 hours in a dark room, feeling like my entire life was being erased. The university software showed that a student had uploaded a draft of my work to a national competition, claiming it as their own. Because they uploaded it first, I was the one who looked like the thief. I started looking. I didn't tell Chloe. I waited until she went out for her graduation prep dinner. I used a recovery tool on our shared desktop. And there it was, the history. She hadn't just taken my paper. She had been recording our conversations, stealing my data, and even emailing my professors from a fake account to cast doubt on my mental health. She wanted the fellowship, the one that came with a $50,000 grant. She knew, if I was disqualified, she was next in line. The betrayal felt like a physical weight, pressing on my chest, making it hard to breathe. I looked at the photos of us on our wall, the smiles, the memories. They were all a lie. Every "I love you, bestie" was a calculation. Every coffee she bought me was a distraction while she copied my hard drive. I realized then, she wasn't just a roommate. She was a predator. And she thought, because I was the quiet girl, I would just fade away. She thought I would take the F, lose my degree, and go home in shame. She was already picking out her dress for the ceremony, acting like the victim of my academic dishonesty. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed the revenge to be absolute. I needed it to happen when she felt the most powerful, when the world was watching. Graduation morning, the air was thick with heat and the smell of expensive perfume. Chloe looked perfect, radiant in her white dress. She hugged me. "I'm so sorry you can't walk with honors, Maya, but at least we're finishing together." I just smiled and whispered, "Yes, we are." I had spent the last 3 days working with the IT department, showing them the logs, the timestamps, the IP addresses from our room. But I asked them for one favor: don't announce the findings yet. Let the ceremony proceed. As the keynote speaker finished, it was time for the Special Recognition Awards. The big fellowship. Chloe sat up straight, her eyes sparkling. The dean took the stage. Before we hand out diplomas, we have a correction to make regarding the excellence in research fellowship. The screen behind the stage, usually reserved for the names of graduates, flickered. It didn't show the fellowship winner. It showed a screen recording. Chloe's screen. It showed her logging into my account. It showed her dragging my files into her final_submission folder. It showed the timestamp. 3:14 a.m. The silence in the stadium was deafening. Chloe Vance. The dean's voice boomed over the speakers. Please step out of the line. She froze. Her face went from radiant to ghostly pale. She looked at me, and for the first time, she saw me. Not the quiet girl, but the girl who just shut down her life. Maya, she whispered, her voice trembling. I leaned in, very close, and said, I thought you liked the spotlight, Chloe. Well, now the whole world is watching. Security escorted her out in front of 3,000 people. Her parents, her friends, the recruiters she had lied to, they all watched as her cap was taken. My honors were restored on the spot. I walked across that stage, my head held high, while she sat in the back of a campus police car, her dark secret finally exposed. The calm that followed was the best feeling in the world. Justice wasn't loud, it was quiet. Like me. If you think your best friend might be your biggest enemy, listen to your gut. Don't let them steal your future. Subscribe for more stories of justice and revenge.